So throughout this year, I'm going to be visiting lots of different places throughout the country, talking to local workforce leaders who are deeply rooted in their communities about what would look different for their communities if we had a new promise of work. I'm glad today to be kicking things off with Jacob Hannah. He's the CEO of Coalfield Development here in West Virginia in Middle Appalachia. We are here, right, in Huntington, West Virginia, which is in Middle Appalachia. Tell me a little bit about this place. Describe the place we're in.
Yeah, this is my hometown. My family's been here for 5 generations. You're standing inside of a building that was going to be turned into a parking lot, like many thousands of other buildings here in the region. With the decline of the coal economy and the loss of jobs, my dad and his dad laid off as coal miners. Folks are trying to figure out what comes next, and this building is our answer to that. You hear the building breathing and humming with energy right now like a beehive because it houses active on-the-site construction training through workforce development, wraparound supports, education.
Tell us a little bit more about Coalfield Development's mission. What's the work you do and why do you do it?
Sure. So we're a nonprofit organization, and we started by just trying to figure out how do we get folks trained because there's such a fallout of employment in the region. But the more we wrestled with the training conversation, the more we realized if all you do is train someone, then you're contributing to outmigration because they don't have a job to keep them here. And so we thought about incubating businesses and trying to help that grow, which is great, and we developed that capacity, but businesses need a location to be inside of. You know, the region is full of dilapidated buildings, and so we became a licensed general contractor. And that's sort of how we really saw our model in 3 buckets: people, place, and prosperity.
As you know, we launched this new promise of work. You're on the advisory council.
Honored
Thank you for doing it.
Yes.
What made you say yes when I reached out and invited you to help us think about what a new national promise of work would look like that would lead to valuable skills, good jobs, and shared prosperity?
Appalachia we have a distrust of outsiders because of the very opposite of promise. There's been a lot of broken promises to Appalachians. And so when I heard you talking about something that's not just another conversation, another just promise, but it's something that's built by the practitioners of promises, that was really cool. That's what made it feel very different, that you're bringing together the doers that make promises turn into action.
What would look different for community members here in Huntington and in Appalachia if we succeeded at moving forward, you know, a new promise of work that led to valuable skills, good jobs, and shared prosperity?
I think what it would look like is that I'm no longer the bottleneck for opportunity. I hate that feeling. You know, like I said, we had 10 openings and 1,100 applications. And so what a national promise would look like is that there are opportunities everywhere through so many outlets and conduits for quality jobs, quality training, quality economic development, and it doesn't have to happen through a scrappy nonprofit like us.
I heard somebody say recently, we need to stop relying on people's scrappiness as the only strategy. And I hear that in what you're saying, right? Scrappiness can be important and useful, but we also need larger systems that support that and can channel it into, you know, innovation in a sustainable way. Something that I've heard you talk about getting to know you, and that I believe too, is around supporting people and giving people agency. And you've talked a lot about that, and that is part of what also breathes in this building is the agency of the people who we met today just walking through the building.
Agency is earned. It's not given out, it's not a handout, it's earned through collaboration, through self-actualization and just good old hard work. We're going to try and figure out what our best practices and what does it mean to leverage each other's strengths and opportunities, but also, you know, what does it mean to experiment and be creative and do things on the job, you know, like everyone told us this is not the way to do development for this building. Like, you should finish the whole building before you move tenants in it. And I'm okay with that, you know, because that's someone learning right now. That's someone being paid on the job to learn.